Hello DE besties and welcome back to the Design Bundles YouTube channel. Today we are doing something that we talk about on almost every single live. If you see a laser cut file that you like but you don't have a laser cutter, you can probably still use it. And today we're gonna do just that. So we're taking some really cute Easter wreath designs, these two to be exact, and we're actually gonna turn them into something super unique, and we're gonna make coloring book pages. But while we're doing that process, I'm gonna explain to you how you could also take that exact same file and use it as a paper cut file or as a vinyl file or anything else that you like. So this is gonna be a very computer-based tutorial. Stay tuned, it's gonna be super fun. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so first I'm gonna show you the two files that we're using so that you can download them if you want to. They are linked in the description of this video, and they are included in the Plus library. So if you're a member of Plus, you can use your credits for this, or if you're Plus Unlimited, you can download it completely free. If you are not a member of Plus, today is the perfect day to start a free trial. The first one is this little bunny wreath. They're both actually bunny wreaths. I think these would make really cute coloring files. These would also make really good greeting cards. They'd make great paper cut files. These would be really cute as vinyl on like a tote bag or a t-shirt. But it says laser cut file, and it's even by a laser cut seller. So you might look at this and think, I can't use that file because I don't have a laser cut machine. Well, let me show you what you're gonna wanna look for. So what you wanna do is look in the listing image. Usually in the primary listing image, they're gonna tell you what file types are included. If you don't see it there, you can just scroll down and look at more information on this design, and under product information, it's gonna tell you what file types are included. So if you have a Cricut or a Silhouette or any sort of other cutting machine, what you're looking for is SVG. That's what your Cricut uses to cut. An SVG is what we call a vectorized type of file, which means it actually plots the shape of the curve as a vector, so your cutting machine knows how to follow that path and knows where to cut. If a file only includes a PNG, a JPEG, or a PDF, or any combination of those, that's what we call a rasterized file, and those are flat. The information for that image isn't housed on multiple layers, and it's not a vectorized path, it's just a flat image that contains all the information for that file. And if you see that, you can still cut it on your Cricut, but that's gonna be a print then cut image. That's gonna be like for sticker making, or you could use it for coloring book making, but that's gonna be where you print it out, and then your Cricut can only read the information of the outer silhouette of that image. And that's because it's rasterized. But if it's an SVG file, if it's EPS, AI, DWG, any of those types of files, those are vectorized. And that means we can have all the information of this on separate layers. Our Cricut can actually read the path of each line in the image, not just that outer silhouette. And so that's usually a green light to us that even if I don't have a laser cutter, I can still use this on my other cutting machine, whether that's Silhouette, Cricut, or something else entirely. All that being said, we have the green light on this one because it's an SVG, so we can use it for whatever we want. We could use this as a vinyl cut, or as a paper cut, or a coloring book page, like what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this. And then I'm also gonna jump over and get this one, which is from the same seller, but it's just a little bit different because I have two kids and they like to have different coloring book pages. So we're gonna get both versions. And then I'm gonna drop it into Cricut Design Space, and I'll show you how you might wanna play with it depending on what kind of project you're going to do. So we have downloaded our file, so now we're gonna upload it into Cricut Design Space. So we're gonna click New Project. You could upload from this screen, but to be honest with you, I just am used to doing it the old way. So I do it the old way. And I like to use a blank canvas. You could use a pre-sized canvas, but I like to do it the old way. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna get on here to upload. I'm gonna click Upload Image, and I'm gonna hit Browse. I'm gonna grab that first file that we looked at, and I'm gonna hit Continue. If it looks blurry on the preview, have no fear, it's just the preview. And then click Upload. We don't need to do anything to edit this. And then I'm just gonna downsize it a little bit and move it over to the side. And then I'm gonna upload the other one. So we're gonna follow that exact same process again for uploading this second image. Again, if it looks blurry in the preview, have no fear. It is literally just the preview. Okay, so there's a lot of different things you could do with this file, but today we're gonna make it into a coloring book page. So the way we're gonna do that is we actually only need this top layer because everything underneath it is just the coloring in part. and we don't want it to be pre-colored in because we're making a coloring book page. So we're gonna delete all those underneath layers and we just want this top one. Now, could you put a piece of paper on a Cricut mat, leave this as pen, and maybe make it like the thinnest possible pen you could find, and then have your Cricut like draw it on paper to be colored in? Totally, you could do that. It just takes a little bit of time, and sometimes I don't want to do that. There's another way to make a coloring book page though, that gives you a little bit of a different result, but it's a lot quicker. So I'm gonna show you that way today. You could also take this top layer and turn it into a print and cut. And you can still change the color of a print and cut. So I'm gonna turn mine into gray or maybe black. We're gonna do this like second to darkest gray. And we're gonna make this a flattened print and cut. So we're gonna downsize it first to be paper sized. So I'm gonna go to 8 inches in width so that it will fit on a standard sheet of paper. And I'm just gonna print this. And I'm not even gonna do the cut part of the print and cut. I'm just gonna do the print part. And then we will have a printed coloring book page that we have edited from an SVG. Let's do the same thing with the other one really quick. So I'm gonna bring it back in. I'm gonna ungroup it. And same thing, I really only need this top layer because these under layers are the filled in part. And we don't want the filled in part because that's a pre-colored coloring book page. And that's not very fun. So I'm gonna resize it to be 8 inches wide, which is about the max for fitting it widthwise on a piece of paper. And I'm gonna change it to a print and cut because I want it to print it out. I'm not gonna do the cut part because I don't need to. And now we have 2 colorable little silhouettes, and you could add more to this and have several coloring book pages, but we're just gonna do these 2 today. So then we're gonna hit make it, and we are gonna do one more step. This is optional, but this bothers me sometimes. Cricut is gonna nest it in the most efficient way possible, which means it's going to put it in the top corner of your page. I just think that looks weird. So you can actually drag things on this page. I don't know if you knew that. I'm gonna drag it to the middle of the page because I think it looks better. And we're gonna drag it as far up as we can because the other thing that's gonna happen is it's gonna force you to do like 11 by 17 sized because the margins that Cricut requires you to have around your image are ridiculous. So I'm just gonna put it in the top middle here. I'm gonna do the same thing here, top middle. And then we're gonna tell it that we're ready to print. So I'm gonna hit continue. I'm gonna hit send to printer. It's gonna add sensor marks. That's fine. You can cut them off later if you want to. So I'm gonna hit next. I'm gonna print this on my HP Envy, and I'm gonna tell it to use system dialog because then it's gonna ask you to like confirm your paper size, and that's where I'm gonna be like, no, we're not doing that. So we're gonna not add any bleed because I don't like doing that, and we're gonna hit print. Done. And now I'm gonna go print the other one. Ta-da, send printer. And now let's go get these off the printer and see how they look. Just got them off the printer. So actually I'm gonna cut them out. I'm gonna cut off the sensor marks. And I also did something bonus that my kids always find super fun. And that is I printed it on sticker paper. So I'm just gonna cut it out in like a little circle and it makes like a giant colorable sticker. So, giant sticker, colorable, made from a laser cut file. Check. I hope this answered your questions. A lot of people ask all the time about laser cut files, especially when we're doing like an event or something that involves selling laser cut files. So many people are always in the comments of those live videos just saying like, well, I wish I had a laser cutter, but I don't, so I can't use it. And then I have to say, wait, you can use it. You can still use it for so many things. As we looked at today, this would have been a great paper cut file. It would have been a great vinyl file. It would have been a great coloring book file. It would have been a great sticker file, print and cut file. If it's got a vector file in it, which is like an SVG, EPS, AI, DXF, DWG file, you can use it for a multitude of things. So I hope you loved this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. We'll be back here next week with another crafty tutorial. In the meantime, leave your comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would do with this laser cut file. Don't forget to go download it. It's in the description of this video. Sign up for a Plus free trial if you haven't already. And we'll see you back here next week. Bye everyone, and happy crafting.